Hey Paisanos, it is I, Mickey Saturn, and I wanted to make this quick video today to talk about a Kickstarter project that came to my attention today that I think really deserves success, and I just want to help spread the word about it real quick. The project is called The Untold Story of Japanese Games, and what it is it's a book that's going to be written by a man named John Szczepaniak. I hope I said that at least sort of right. I'm going to print the name below so you can see. But this guy is one of the major contributors to the excellent website Hardcore Gaming 101, which if you're not checking out Hardcore Gaming 101, you should be. And he's also contributed to Retro Gaming Magazine, which is a great magazine. And what this guy is proposing to do is to basically write a book about Japanese games, in which I guess what am I trying to say here? The major feature of the book is going to be interviews with a large number, like a host of Japanese developers. And so what he needs the Kickstarter money for is to go to Japan and hire an interpreter in order to do these interviews in person. And I think this is something that really needs to happen. I've thought about this before. I even, I have a friend that speaks Japanese, and I even talked with this person a little bit about the possibility of trying something like this ourselves, because I really feel like, it's important to try to preserve the history of the medium. With other art forms, painting, but especially like if you think of like more recent with things like film, it's really surprising to see how quickly information is lost. All that has to happen is if you just kind of don't really do anything. Like the natural state of information is to trend towards being lost. So like the early days of film and the earliest directors, the films are lost. And, the directors, in a sense, are lost to us because people weren't taking film seriously at the time, and they didn't take preserving it seriously. Well, with video games, we still have time to not make that mistake. The primary sources, the people who actually made these games, are, for the most part, still alive. I think, almost all of them, really, except for a few notable exceptions, but it's very possible still to personally go and speak to these people and get their first-hand account of how these companies got started and what went into that, and or if they had been around for a while, how they switched to game development and how they came up with the ideas for their earliest games, these famous classic games, and how the games were developed and what was the development like, and just everything about it. It's really important, I think, that we try to do all of that. I just think, I just think that's super important. So it's a great project. Now, whenever you're backing anything on Kickstarter, if you're anything like me, you always ask the question, is this person going to be able to deliver on what they're promising? And so to that end, I just want to point out that this guy's already worked on books of game history. I got one right here. Sega Arcade Classics Volume 1. I'm not sure if I'm getting in the shot there. Sega Arcade Classics Volume 1. Produced by Hardcore Gaming 101. And this guy, John Szczepaniak, was the managing editor for this project. And like I said, he also wrote for Retro Gamer Magazine, which is a great magazine as well if you're if you're in any way interested in classic games, good old Japanese games, all of that. And Hardcore Gaming 101, by the way, is a super great website if you're not already checking that out and you're into that stuff at all. Like if you were classically trained, like my shirt says, you should totally be checking out Hardcore Gaming 101. It is a great website, and this guy is one of the people who contributes to that a lot. I have a lot of confidence that he can deliver. He can finish the book. and he can interview the people. He's interviewed a lot of people before, which he talks about on the Kickstarter page. I'm going to provide a link to the Kickstarter page, and you can check that out yourself. But I just noticed that this Kickstarter existed, and I hadn't seen it mentioned anywhere. Destructoid hadn't picked it up, and the other websites that I noticed picking up Kickstarter projects hadn't picked this one up, and I thought, oh no, man, I hope people know about this, and I just thought, well, I should do my part, shouldn't I? Anyway, until next time, Paisanos.